Hello, hello. I'm Pucked, and this is like a little guide to the Kingdom Karnage human campaign, or a few of the missions at least. So my idea about this is to start like a little series, I guess, to teach people about the game. This is gonna be awful. Anyways, I've done the 10 previous missions, and this is where you end up. So you have to create your own deck. And that's what I'm doing here now. I have pre-recorded this, and this is basically what you do. I'll move back, so you get all the guide here. It's the filter and the blah blah blah, and you have 30 deck slots. And here I pressed filter just to find the uncommon ones, the best ones that we have so far at least. Just add all the cards, and then we skip to go back to campaign. This is the guy we face, I guess, yeah. Should be playing against some of these monsters. Here's a little trick that I use quite commonly. That I play one of these guys up top, the one with the shield, and then I try to get like a little offensive line on the bottom one. Works pretty well. So it takes no damage from that guy, but it takes 1 damage there, and then just full offense in the bottom one. And this is basically what you do. Just skipping a bit. So I usually press the opponent's character to see how many cards they have left, so I can. This is more useful later on in the mission. When you have to see, like, do I actually have cards enough to be able to win this fight? Who knows? Who knows? So here I recorded and I'm like showing with my mouse in game. I'm not sure what I'm showing. Probably something. So here we have one last guy spawning. He's gonna stun this guy and we're gonna kill him regardless. So this is one. Mission 11. Oh, right. And once we complete the mission, we get awarded a card. Should pop up here. There we go. What makes progressing through these missions way easier is going back to your deck right here, yeah, and then you add this guy. So this is basically what you want to do after each game or after each mission. And then you go ahead and go for the next one. And then we have a few stops on the line when we've completed mission 15, 20, and 25. When we get a bundle of cards to stick into our deck. And you should be able to clear almost the whole human campaign without doing any PvP or dungeons. Might be tricky a few times, but it's doable. And here you can see my offensive little line in the bottom lane. And I'm pretty sure it works out. It almost didn't this game, but it did. Where was I? Yeah, the reason why you want to do the campaign is you get these cards, and some of them are really powerful. Some are really useful. The downside with it is that for those who are here to play this game, play to earn, so to say, these cards are not tradable. You won't be able to sell them on any market. But in order to find better cards in general, or faster for that matter as well, you really want to have better cards to progress into more difficult dungeons or win more in PvP, etc. So the step one is really to try to clear the campaign and try to make sure to complete the human campaign, especially. Because once you've done all the 30 missions and you start spending the blue gems, which you get from PvP, you can get 10 each day, which equals to 2 random cards. So once you've done your 30 human missions, you can then start to get, I think it's 30, might be 25, I'm not sure. But then you can start getting undead cards, which you will need. You really will need a few of them in order to progress into the undead missions. They're a bit more tricky. But emphasis on the human campaign. So I'm just going to skip here because we're fighting and fighting and fighting. And you'll get a hang of it, how the cards work. Like if you lose in these tutorial missions, or what we should call it, the campaign missions, it really doesn't matter. You can even exit the game if you feel like, yeah, this isn't going so well, I'll give it another shot. Very doable. This game gets very tricky for me. I've only got 2 cards left, and I'll skip to the end of the game, because I think I have 2 of my little fellas left. And this is really the power of the cards with guard, I think it's called now. Is it? Or am I being silly here now? I might be. It's called armor, I'm being silly. Especially here in these missions, because our little fella here doesn't take any damage from these guys whatsoever, so we're all fine. We just need to kill theirs, which we end up doing, and then slowly win this mission. I often use autoskip turn enabled, especially when I'm out of cards, because then you can't do anything. But also in general, just to make things go even faster. So here we finish mission 13, and we get awarded, what do we get? Human Hunter. Wow. So let's add this fella in. And this is mission 11, 12, 13. And like some of my insights too. What's important to do when starting up the game here? Here I'm showing off some more stuff which you don't need to know about right now, which I'll most likely go through some later time. But that's probably it for this one, and I'll probably make some more, hopefully. If you've watched this far, thank you. Have a nice day.